Trying to edit when your software is lagging is one of the biggest motivation killers out there, and a simple fix to pretty much all lag is to make proxies or editing codecs. But there are a few problems to these solutions. If you don't know what you're doing with proxies, you may end up creating them with video viewing codecs, which wouldn't help them much because you're still using viewing codecs. And if you just transcode to an editing codec, it takes up a ridiculous amount of storage. So I'm going to show you a way to combine the two so you have a nice looking proxy with an editing codec, and you don't have to sacrifice a whole terabyte for 3 hours of footage. And a little bonus, they don't take forever to make, and this will work in pretty much every editing software. Alright, first you want to make sure you have a free software called Shutter Encoder installed. I'll put a link in the description. We're going to use this to make our proxies. Before we do anything else, go into settings and set the frame rate mode to CFR. This stands for constant frame rate, and it'll also boost our performance. Whenever you remux your footage from MKV and OBS, it'll make it have a variable frame rate. So instead of doing that, we're going to convert our footage to MP4 inside of Shutter Encoder. But if you don't record an MKV, then you can just skip this step. You don't have to do it. Import your footage and then go to choose function, and under output codecs, click H.264. If you see the option to turn on hardware acceleration down here, then you should, because it'll help the transcoding just go faster. Now click start function and wait for it to transcode. Alright, now that we've got our CFR footage, we can make our proxy. Import the footage you just transcoded, and then go to choose function. And this time we're going to go to editing codecs. These are some of the editing codecs that I recommend using. I found that DNX HD takes up the least amount of storage, so we're going to choose that one. Then we're going to click on this drop down menu that says 120. We want to choose the highest option, which is 36. The options basically increase in quality as you go down, but they also take up more storage, so keep that in mind. If you want to use DNX HR, choose the LB option, and if you want to use Apple ProRes, choose the proxy version. You can also change where you want the output file to go. I'm just going to keep mine the same as source. Alright, let's click on start function and wait. If you have a lot of footage and you want to keep transcoding it overnight, turn on this setting and it'll turn off your computer after all your footage is done. Now that we've got our proxy, we can attach it to our footage in our editing software. I'm going to be using Premiere Pro, but like I said, this will probably work for any software. Once you get into your project, you're going to want to import all of your original non-transcoded footage. Then right click on it in the project panel. Click attach proxies, attach, and choose the proxy that we just made. And there you go, buttery smooth. And the quality looks great. In Premiere, you can also flip between the OG footage and the proxy so you can see your video at full quality whenever you need to. But when you go to export, it'll automatically just use the full quality original footage, so you're pretty much set. This is a fast way to make good looking proxies that don't eat up your storage like regular editing codecs do. So yeah, that's all. Goodbye.